my grandparents, they came from Sicily about in 1903, and they had, my grandmother had two brothers that were over here, and then she had a sister that lived here, and then she had a sister that stayed in Sicily. But they came over here to see, when my grandparents got married, they came over here to see America. And they were just going to visit. They were on their honeymoon. And it was a 28-day voyage. They were from Cefalù, which is about 50 miles from Palermo, which is a big port in Sicily. And so they came, and my grandmother was seasick the whole time. And so when it was time for them to go back, she said, "No, we're staying. I'm not going to go back and be sick for 28 days." And so that's how they stayed. And so they had a sponsor, and her sister was their sponsor. And so they started, they opened up a grocery store, and the Natchez School, the school board closed the school for high school students. They had to come to Natchez. And so my grandparents, being devout Catholics, their children came for the higher grades to St. Mary's, and then they were older when they got married, because Italian families were very strict with their daughters, going out with dates and stuff, and so they weren't lenient on them. And so two of my aunts married, and then two of my aunts worked in the store, and then the youngest of that, later on, she became the accountant at the Natchez Parish Police Jury, and she stayed there until she retired. And my mother didn't care about being in it. She stayed to be a housewife. And my aunt, she was a business major from Northwestern, and she taught me. They had a typewriter there, and she taught me how to type on the typewriter. And my grandfather, he smoked a cigar, and that's when they had Coke cases, wooden Coke cases. They'd put the bottle Cokes in, and he'd turn it over, and he'd sit on it in front of the meat market there, and he would take a big puff of that cigar, and he'd blow smoke, smoke circles with it. Yeah. He'd blow it at them, and they'd turn around and look and see where that smoke was coming, and he would be looking around, just so innocent looking, and we'd used to laugh at him.